Welcome to our channel. We're thrilled to have you with us today. In this video, we're diving deep into the hidden truths behind the iconic royal guards at Buckingham Palace, those stoic soldiers in their bright red uniforms and towering hats. But there's so much more to them than meets the eye. Before we get started, we'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment below and let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, so you won't miss our next fascinating story, coming tomorrow. Stay tuned, and let's get into it. You won't believe what royal guards are trained to endure. The secrets revealed. The royal guards at Buckingham Palace are undoubtedly one of the most iconic symbols of British tradition. Clad in their bright red uniforms and towering bearskin hats, they stand like statues, motionless and unflinching. For by millions of tourists, these guards are the centerpiece of a quintessential British experience, the living embodiment of history and tradition. They are a fixture at the gates of Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, and other royal residences, guarding not just the entrances but also the crown's rich heritage. But beneath their stoic, seemingly unbreakable exterior lies a world of discipline, sacrifice, and untold stories that many have never heard before. These guards are not simply ceremonial. They are highly trained soldiers, part of the British Army's elite household division. Despite what some visitors may assume, these guards are not just there for show, standing as mere statues for the benefit of the crowds. They are, in fact, battle-ready soldiers, trained for real combat situations, capable of being deployed in active duty if the need arises. These soldiers endure the same rigorous military training as their peers in other divisions. Their training isn't just about looking impressive in their red coats and tall hats. It's about honing the skills required to serve in some of the most challenging and high-pressure situations. When not standing guard outside the palaces, members of the household division are often sent on combat missions abroad. During times of war, these guards have been deployed to places like Afghanistan and Iraq, defending British interests in far-off lands. In fact, one of the most striking examples of the Royal Guard's true military role came during the Falklands War in 1982. Soldiers from the Household Division were called to defend British territories, highlighting just how much more these guards are capable of than simply standing still at royal gates. This isn't just ceremonial duty. It's a testament to their dedication, discipline, and versatility. When you see a royal guard at Buckingham Palace, you're witnessing much more than a soldier holding a ceremonial rifle. You're witnessing a warrior who has undergone intense physical and mental training to prepare for the highest demands of both ceremonial and combat duties. These guards might stand motionless in front of the palace gates, but they are ready for action at any moment. Their focus and endurance are unmatched, making them some of the most dedicated soldiers in the world. But there's so much more that many people don't know about the Royal Guards. The training they undergo isn't just physically demanding, it's psychologically intense as well. They are taught how to maintain their composure in even the most extreme conditions, whether it's a hot summer day or when they're facing hundreds of tourists trying to get their attention. These guards don't just wear the uniform, they live the responsibility it represents. Their commitment to the crown and their country goes far beyond what most people realize when they look at them from a distance. So, the next time you visit Buckingham Palace or see a royal guard on duty, take a moment to reflect on the discipline and skill required to stand at attention for hours in all weather conditions, without a single hint of discomfort or distraction. What seems like a simple tradition is, in fact, a symbol of unwavering commitment, a display of strength, and a reminder of the men and women who serve under the crown. These guards are not just figures for tourists to admire. They are warriors, bound by honor, ready to defend the crown whenever duty calls. The royal guards at Buckingham Palace are a testament to the dedication, sacrifice, and unspoken history of the British military, reminding us that what we see on the surface is often just a small part of a much larger story. While many tourists view the royal guards at Buckingham Palace as mere statues, their true role goes far beyond the ceremonial. As we've discussed, These guards are highly trained soldiers, ready to serve in real combat situations if necessary. However, there is another aspect of their duties that most visitors overlook: the strict, unyielding rules that govern how the public interacts with them. And when those rules are violated, the consequences are often swift and severe. Tourists drawn by the majesty and tradition of the guards often try to provoke them, testing their patience for amusement. It's not uncommon to see people making funny faces, trying to get the guard to laugh, or even attempting to touch them. But this is where the line is drawn. Touching the guards is strictly prohibited, and the penalty for doing so can be severe. 1. Famous incident that made headlines involved a man at Windsor Castle who thought it would be funny to place his hand on a guard's shoulder. The result was as swift as it was shocking. The guard immediately raised his rifle, a clear warning that the violation would not be tolerated. It wasn't a playful gesture or a minor misstep. This was a serious breach of protocol. And the guards' reaction was a powerful reminder of the discipline and authority that the royal guards maintain, even under the pressure of curious tourists. In another instance, back at Buckingham Palace in 2015, a guard was forced to march forward, pushing aside a tourist who had blocked his path. The guard, maintaining the utmost professionalism, didn't hesitate. He shouted, "Make way for the Queen's Guard," before physically removing the obstruction. The incident was a vivid display of the strict code these guards follow. It wasn't a show of aggression, but a calculated, controlled response to an intrusion, reinforcing the idea that the guards' duties are about much more than looking intimidating in their red uniforms and bearskin hats. It's about protecting the monarchy and maintaining the dignity of the institution they represent. But the strictness doesn't stop at physical contact. The rules of engagement with the royal guards extend to any sort of personal interaction. Guards are trained not to acknowledge tourists no matter how much they're provoked. No matter how many times someone tries to make them laugh or speak, the guards' response is always the same: silence and discipline. This level of composure can be difficult for many to comprehend. After all, how could anyone stand still for hours in the face of constant taunting without breaking? Yet this is the very essence of their role. For many tourists, the most jarring part of visiting Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle is the realization that the guards are not there for their amusement. They are not street performers. They are soldiers, each one carrying out a role that requires immense self-discipline and focus. It's easy to forget this when you're standing in front of them, trying to provoke a response. But the reality is that every guard at Buckingham Palace is part of a centuries-old tradition that requires them to uphold the highest standards of conduct. These strict rules are not just in place for order's sake. They are a reflection of the immense responsibility that comes with guarding the monarchy. When you're standing in front of the palace, watching a royal guard stand still for hours, it's easy to think they are simply part of the scenery. But in reality, they are performing one of the most disciplined, demanding jobs in the British military. The royal guards are always on alert, fully aware of their surroundings, and prepared to respond at a moment's notice. Whether it's ensuring that no one crosses the line physically, or dealing with a more serious threat, these guards maintain a level of readiness that goes beyond their ceremonial role. They are, after all, soldiers first and foremost. So next time you visit Buckingham Palace, remember that the royal guards are not just there to add to the charm of the palace. They are there to protect, to uphold tradition, and to embody the strength and dignity of the British monarchy. And when you see them standing there, motionless in the heat of the day or under the glare of cameras, understand that their stoic silence is not a weakness. It's a symbol of the strength, discipline, and duty they carry on their shoulders. Standing motionless for hours in all types of weather is not just an impressive feat. It's a demanding, physically taxing part of the royal guard's duty. While the guards at Buckingham Palace and other royal residences may appear to be nothing more than statues in their red uniforms and towering bearskin hats, the truth is that maintaining their posture for extended periods is an incredibly difficult task that requires extreme physical endurance. What many tourists fail to realize is the toll that standing still for hours can take on the guards, especially during intense heat, cold, or rain. The guards aren't simply standing there for show. They are enduring the hardships of their duty with remarkable discipline. It's common to see a guard standing at attention in the scorching heat of summer or in the freezing cold of winter, enduring conditions that would be unbearable for most. The physical toll is particularly severe on hot days. The bright red uniforms, heavy bearskin hats, and ceremonial rifles only add to the discomfort, making it a struggle to stay focused while maintaining the perfect stance. But despite the extreme conditions, the guards are trained to persevere without a single sign of discomfort or distraction. Their ability to stand motionless in the heat of the summer sun, under the weight of their uniforms, and in the face of thousands of curious tourists, speaks volumes about their discipline and endurance. However, this physical toll often leads to a startling reality. Fainting. It may sound surprising, but it's not uncommon for a royal guard to faint during long shifts, especially during the summer months when temperatures soar. The intense heat, the weight of the uniform, and the pressure to maintain perfect posture can overwhelm even the strongest of soldiers. But even in the event of a fainting spell, the royal guards are trained to fall in a controlled manner, a practice known as fainting to attention. Fainting to attention is exactly what it sounds like. If a guard loses consciousness, they must fall forward while maintaining their posture. This ensures they don't collapse in a way that disrupts their formation or harms others around them. It's an extraordinary example of how the guards are trained to handle even the most extreme physical conditions without breaking the integrity of their duties. One famous example of this occurred during the Queen's birthday parade in 2018, when multiple guards fainted from the sweltering heat. Yet even in that moment of extreme exhaustion, the guards managed to fall in a controlled, disciplined manner, maintaining their composure and never breaking rank. This strict discipline doesn't end with physical endurance. It also extends to the guards' ability to manage their basic human needs. One of the most surprising and challenging aspects of being a royal guard is the lack of bathroom breaks. Guards are required to stand at attention for hours, and there's no time for bathroom breaks during their shifts. In fact, some guards have been known to dehydrate themselves before their shifts to avoid the need for a break. Others have admitted to the unthinkable, relieving themselves discreetly while standing at attention, using the design of their uniforms to maintain their dignity. While this may sound humiliating, it's a reality that many former guards have revealed in interviews. It's a tough, often embarrassing part of the job, but it's a necessary sacrifice they make in order to uphold the honor of their position. The lack of breaks, the physical toll, and the emotional strain of standing for hours without any sign of relief contribute to the unique challenges of the Royal Guard. But despite these hardships, there is no room for error. They must remain calm, composed, and ready to respond to any situation. Whether it's a tourist trying to provoke them or a potential security threat, the Royal Guards must maintain control and discipline at all times. This remarkable level of endurance, both physical and mental, is what truly sets the Royal Guards apart. Their ability to withstand extreme conditions and remain stoic in the face of discomfort, all while adhering to a strict code of conduct, is a testament to their training and their dedication to their role. It's a role that requires not just physical strength, but immense mental fortitude. And when you see a Royal Guard standing still at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, know that they're not just holding their position, they're carrying out one of the most physically demanding and highly disciplined jobs in the British military, all while maintaining a stoic, almost otherworldly sense of composure. One of the most surprising and often shocking aspects of being a Royal Guard is the fact that they don't get bathroom breaks. While most of us can simply step away from our work whenever we need to, the Royal Guards have no such luxury. They are expected to stand at attention for hours on end, no matter the weather, no matter the circumstances. Their duty is to remain perfectly still, to stand as statues, never flinching or breaking rank. But this comes at a price. and the physical toll it takes is something few understand. The lack of bathroom breaks is one of the most difficult and humbling aspects of the job. These guards are required to stand motionless for hours, sometimes in extreme heat or freezing cold, without any opportunity to relieve themselves. It's hard to imagine the level of discomfort that comes with this. Imagine standing still for hours on end, your body yearning for relief, yet you can't move, can't step away. For many guards, this challenge leads them to make extreme sacrifices. Some guards have admitted to dehydrating themselves before their shifts in order to minimize the chances of needing a bathroom break. Others have faced a much more uncomfortable reality. In interviews, some former guards have revealed that when the need arose, they simply relieved themselves down their trouser legs. It sounds almost unimaginable, but it's a reality these soldiers must face. The design of their uniform cleverly hides any visible signs of this happening, maintaining the guards' dignified appearance, no matter the personal discomfort they endure. This, for many, is one of the most humiliating aspects of their job, but it's a sacrifice they make out of duty and discipline. The extreme lengths the guards go to in order to uphold their responsibilities are staggering. Their commitment to the job is absolute, and despite the physical discomfort, they continue to perform their duties without hesitation. Standing at attention in front of Buckingham Palace, under the intense midday sun or in the freezing cold of winter, they don't get the relief that most of us would expect. Instead, they must carry on with no break in sight. But it's not just about enduring physical discomfort. It's about maintaining their composure in the face of it. The royal guards are trained to control not only their bodies, but their minds as well. They are conditioned to ignore the pain, the heat, the exhaustion, and the constant scrutiny from the thousands of tourists who visit Buckingham Palace daily. They remain unmoved, unshaken, as if nothing in the world could disturb their focus. This mental resilience is as critical as the physical training they undergo. They are trained to push through discomfort, to stay steady under pressure, and to never, ever break their stance, regardless of what might be happening around them. The strict discipline required to be a royal guard goes far beyond the uniform and the ceremonial duties. It's about an unyielding sense of duty and responsibility. A royal guard's ability to endure such extreme physical conditions, to maintain composure in the face of discomfort, and to uphold the traditions of the monarchy is a testament to the strength of their training. It's a job that demands everything from them: physical strength, mental fortitude, and emotional control. And yet, despite the hardships, many former guards say it's a great honor to serve in this role. But the sacrifices don't end with bathroom breaks and physical endurance. The guards' sense of duty extends to every part of their role, whether it's enduring hours of standing motionless or ignoring the taunts and provocations of tourists. Their commitment to maintaining the dignity of the British monarchy never wavers. Even when faced with extreme conditions, they stand firm, carrying out their responsibilities with unmatched discipline. So, the next time you visit Buckingham Palace and see a royal guard standing in front of the gates, remember that they are not just there for your amusement. They are soldiers, enduring challenges and making sacrifices that most of us could never imagine. They stand there, motionless, for hours, not just as symbols of British tradition, but as examples of discipline, strength, and unwavering commitment. Serving as a royal guard at Buckingham Palace is undoubtedly one of the most prestigious roles in the British military, but it's also one of the most demanding. As we've seen, the guards endure long hours without bathroom breaks, withstand extreme weather conditions, and follow a strict code of discipline that leaves little room for personal comfort. But perhaps one of the most high-stakes aspects of their duty is their expression, or more specifically, the absolute requirement to maintain a serious, emotionless face at all times. It may seem simple enough, but for the guards, it's a matter of honor. Tourists love to try and provoke a reaction from the guards, often in the form of making funny faces, cracking jokes, or even attempting to engage them in conversation. But this isn't just about the guards being stoic for the sake of tradition. It's a serious matter. These guards are tasked with guarding the monarchy, And the role they play is so much more than standing still in front of a palace. The royal guards are soldiers who represent the full strength and dignity of the British monarchy. Their faces must reflect that dignity at all times, regardless of what's happening around them. The consequences for failing to maintain this level of discipline can be severe. A guard who is caught smiling, laughing, or showing any inappropriate facial expression can face harsh penalties, including fines or even dismissal from the guard service. This strict policy is enforced to remind the public that these guards are not street performers or entertainers. They are soldiers standing as protectors of the crown. Their job is of immense responsibility, and breaking their stoic expression, even in the face of a child's funny face or a playful tourist, is seen as a lapse in duty. One former royal guard revealed that he was once fined for briefly smirking after a child made a funny face at him. Despite his natural instinct to smile, he maintained his professionalism, but the brief slip-up still cost him. The consequences weren't just financial. They were also a reminder that the responsibility of guarding the monarchy is no small task. It's a position that demands constant vigilance and self-control, down to the smallest detail, including the expression on a guard's face. What many tourists don't realize when they approach the royal guards is that every movement, every facial expression is a part of the job. A smile or a laugh may seem harmless to some, but it undermines the serious nature of the role. The royal guards are not there to entertain. They are soldiers who serve to protect the monarchy, and their discipline reflects that duty. The unwavering expression is a symbol of their focus, their resilience, and their commitment to their job, even when faced with countless distractions. While tourists may be disappointed when a guard refuses to engage, the reality is that the royal guard's serious demeanor is a crucial part of the tradition and the integrity of their role. It's not about rudeness or lack of friendliness. It's about professionalism. The royal guards are trained to tune out the noise, the distractions, the jokes, the teasing, and focus solely on their task. And that level of concentration is what allows them to carry out their duties with precision and control, whether they're guarding the gates of Buckingham Palace or standing in line at a public event. At the end of the day, the role of the royal guard goes far beyond just looking impressive in front of the palace. It's a role that demands absolute focus, unwavering discipline, and a level of self-control that few could ever imagine. And when you see those guards standing at attention, looking straight ahead, their faces set in stone, remember this: what appears to be just a ceremonial display is actually a deeply ingrained part of the British military tradition. It's about protecting the crown, upholding the dignity of the monarchy, and above all, maintaining a level of discipline that is unmatched in the world. We'd love to hear what you think about the royal guards and the incredible discipline they must maintain. From standing motionless in the scorching sun to never breaking their stoic expressions, these soldiers face challenges that many of us couldn't even imagine. Do you think it's fair for the guards to endure such intense discipline, or should there be more room for human moments? Have you ever witnessed the guards in action at Buckingham Palace or another royal residence? What was your impression of their dedication and professionalism? And what about the extreme conditions they face, like enduring hours without bathroom breaks or standing still in the heat? Could you maintain such composure in their position? Or do you think it's a job that only the most disciplined could manage? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts with us. We love reading your opinions and hearing about your experiences. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on our next fascinating story. We've got so many more incredible tales from the world of tradition, discipline, and history coming your way. See you in the next video.